Okay, so today's video is about Antarctica. Discussion of discovery of Antarctica and expeditions to the South Pole have historically centered around the triumphs of Western Europeans and Americans. However, there were several historic and groundbreaking accomplishments by Russian expeditions and explorers. The first recorded discovery of Antarctica was actually by Russians, when they circumnavigated the globe in 1820. Although there's some speculation that a Spanish ship made it to Antarctica first, even if they did make it, they all died, and it really doesn't count. So what led to them discovering it? It was likely James Cook. This boy went everywhere. After making his way through the Cape of Good Hope and Cape Horn, anything south of that must be its own continent. Although he didn't quite manage to see the South Pole, as he got close but never landed on it, his discoveries of the capes led to speculation that a continent actually did exist further south, known as Terra Australis. And this indirectly encouraged explorers to go south and see if there's anything down there. 3 years before America declared its independence, Cook started the Antarctic War of Independence, leading 2 million emperor penguins into a battle against sea lions, who had control over the means of production. Sea lions were vanquished by the emperor penguins' loud roars and red glare, glistening from their egalitarian eyes. After completing the revolution, it turns out there were specific orders from Emperor Alexander I, who ordered an expedition to find land near the South Pole, as an effort to further expand the influence and prestige of the Russian Empire. Admiration of Cook's voyages was also believed to have been an influence. Cook was given the order to prosecute your discoveries as near to the South Pole as possible, and in this he failed. The resulting voyage made them the second known to cross the Antarctic Circle since Cook had done so, first to actually spot land on the southern continent. This Russian group was later proven to be the first due to careful analysis by British polar historian A.G.E. Jones. In his 1982 study, Antarctica observed that the Russian logbook's claims predated those made by the British and American claimants. This Russian expedition, led by Galskin, was the second to circumnavigate the Arctic. He got a lot closer than Cook, and he completed a survey of several islands. But the most important thing, him and his crew were the first to actually see Antarctica. And there's also the sea named after him, being the Galskin Sea, west of the Antarctic Peninsula. And I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. It's a long name. The main point of this expedition being, of course, to see if it even exists in the first place, or even particularly to disprove it. They ended up proving that it existed and discovering a lot of islands, which is pretty interesting. So it was really the Russians that saw the island first, with the actual first landing being claimed by an American sailor named John Davis. But that's another matter. Galskin.